Hey there, here's yet again another lesson. This is on section 3.4, and this is the video you'll be watching over the weekend. So if it's still September 21st or 22nd, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. You should be watching one 3.3 instead and save this for the weekend. So again, this is for section 3.4. The video you should be watching over the weekend. And of course we'll be doing classwork on this on Monday. The classwork we do on Friday would be for section 3.3. So section 3.4 is on solving systems of linear equations in 3 variables. We did 2 variables earlier this week. But now we're going to do 2 variables. Sorry, we did 2 variables earlier this week. Now we're doing 3 variables. So it's going to be a little bit, a little bit weird, but I think you guys can handle it. So I think we'll just jump right into it, like we usually do. So if we look at number 1, here is the equation. Okay, so you can be kind of creative here. You can use elimination and substitution, and we'll probably do a combination of the two. But what I recommend, so what Mr. E recommends, look for substitution. And identify an equation containing a variable with coefficient of 1 or negative 1. Now if you don't have that, then in some ways you say you're SOL, which I'm not going to actually define what that means because I don't want to get myself in trouble. But or you're paddling up the creek, I don't know, some expressions or phrases you can say. Because substitution is going to be kind of tough if you don't have any coefficients 1 or negative 1. That means you're going to have some nasty fractions. And in that case you might be better off using some elimination. But I promise you, for the problems I'll give with 3 equations, 3 variables, on a test or quiz or homework or classwork, you'll always have a coefficient of 1 for one of the equations, or for one of the variables for one of the equations. So obviously there's only one variable that I like here. It would be this one, because it has a coefficient of negative 1. So what I'm going to do, change up colors, is I'm going to isolate y in equation number 3. So negative y equals negative x, negative 6x minus 4z minus 1. Or y equals 6x plus 4z plus 1. That's because I divided both sides by negative 1, or multiply both sides, same thing. Now, sub in for y in equations number 1 and 2. Now solving for y in equations 1 and 2. So let's look at equation 1. 4x plus 2y plus 3z equals 1. So equation 1, 4x plus 3 parentheses 6x plus 4z plus 1 I'm so sorry. Now you know how I have horrible short-term memory. 2y. So 4x plus 2y plus 3z equals 1. Do likewise for equation 2. That will be 2x minus 3, 6x plus 4z plus 1 plus 5z equals negative 14. Okay, let's clean it up. So equation 1 becomes this: 16x plus 11z equals negative 1. Notice what I did here. I did 2 with that, 2 with that, and 2 with that. So I distributed. And of course 4x plus 12x will get me 16x. And 2 times 4z is 8z, 8z plus 3z is 11z. Also you have 2 on the left side, move it over, you get negative 1. Okay, again, for the next equation. You get negative 16x. Oh, this looks interesting. Negative 7z, I think. Yeah. And negative 11. So now you have two equations with two variables. In this case, solve by elimination. That'd probably be the best way to go. You could do substitution, but I think it's painfully obvious that we could just eliminate these. So, gone. That becomes 4z, because remember, adding these two equations to get rid of the 16x and negative 16x. Negative 12, z equals negative 3. Then what you can do to solve for x is use one of the equations that we just worked with and plug in negative 3 for z. (16x) should equal 32 if you do the math carefully. So x equals 2. This come out very nice. I like this. Finally, remember what y had equaled. Bring that back. So it was 6x plus 4z, so 6 times 2 plus 4 times negative 3 plus 1. Y equals 12 plus negative 12 plus 1. Y equals 1. So the answer we write like this: 2, 1, and negative 3. So that would represent the solution to this system of three equations with three variables. I think that's all I want to talk about for now. We'll do some word problems on this on Monday after the weekend, just so you guys are comfortable with this. And of course, we'll do a few problems of like the more bland type of three equations, three variables. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it wouldn't make much sense to do much else. I will assign one problem to do for homework over the weekend, in addition to watching this video. But yeah, we're all set. Okay, hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will talk about this in more detail on Monday.